Hello everyone, welcome back to Danganronpa. So, last time, we were in the trial midst page, and basically, throughout all these things, we knew that, basically from the vomiting of blood, she was poisoned. Sakura was poisoned. But, we didn't know who really did it because we were paying attention to the wounds on the cut. We finished up Tiny Hands thing, ordeal. It proved that she wasn't the killer. And then we got to the poison part, and it seems to be that Aoi is to be the suspect of the case because she knew about the poison. But in other hands, we seem to be knocking that one down along with Becca's little mental breakdown that's happening right now, and now we're just getting to the fun of it. Which this will probably be the end of the trial, and then we'll see where we're on from there. Let's continue. So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
What if she knew and she drank it knowing she would die?
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
That is like the first time I've heard him say please.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing.
It's like, oh, come on!
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got from the poison and brought it to the rec room, it had to have been, if it was a locked room, Sakura.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C! Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I need to hit him with it. I have to make her accept it! Oh, it's time for kick-ass, kick-your-ass battle time.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took this shit?
This should prove it!
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep.
Check. Okay. Good. Huh?
Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura! The connection between Sakura and the poison! The unsolved mystery of the locked room! There's only one way to explain it. And that one person is nothing but Sakura herself.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up.
Like glue!
Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course, Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I had to go get them! I had to go get the others! On shaky legs, he left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone. Whoa, ogre! Oh, she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed. I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Oh boy. closing argument. That one's straight up. I just put Byakuya. It's fine. So this is interesting because I was a little confused on this part, but Toko appears to do that first. Then the little thing with Yasu, and that's the queen. He takes the bottle. The night's cracked open. He writes Toko. Or is that? I'll just, yeah. And then afterwards, she heads down there. She reads the magazine. She places it like that. Then, with that, she breaks her down with the queen. And after that, she takes the Chem C9 and drinks it. And that, and then finally, takes the Chem, and then takes that out. Let's see if I got anything wrong with, you know, me using this gun. Yeah, Byakuya. Same against the locker. Yeah. Broken bottle of bottle of chess piece. It's on Toko's Minasu. Toko looking out from outside the locker. Magazine upside down in the rack. Broken bottle of chess piece. There's here one bottle of poison. What? Protein bottle in someone's back. Alright, I think this is it. I think I did very well here.
The killer is
And
you!
just fuck up.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name,
Sunny
he was
hands!
hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece.
And she did a little tornado.
That explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And
Oh,
there,
damn.
she took her final breath. Later on,
The little
the rest
crooked
of us
eye of
discovered that her
Kyoko's
body
right
was
eye.
in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while
I never
nobody was
noticed that
looking,
Tiny
replaced it with
Hands
an empty
is
protein case.
is just the most obscure, the most derp.
They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
I don't know.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
What's interesting is that what I was usually thinking on this is that, oh, you know what? He's probably going to be a collab of some sorts with Kyoko. They never even realized. There's a difference to this if you haven't played this.
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you?
Oh, damn.
When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Gotcha. And with that, we get 100 nice coins again. But, during this next chapter that we reach next time, knowing what I'm gonna be, knowing what's happening, I'm not gonna use these nice coins because there's no point for now. Gonna see what happens.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Well, who couldn't it be?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth? Huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of
What
us.
are you thinking?
And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there!
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted! What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner! You all killed her! So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died!
What?
You don't mean you're gonna just take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying over when she died? Look at this! Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right how Genocide Jack attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. Besides, I hear two people coming down. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive this!
my closest friend got hurt. So Sakura, because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you. Please, don't you think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and just call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. By asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have an idea how desperate she was? Saying you would act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd push her. Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Right here, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's sorry, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
I'd like some protein. Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. When I went to the chem lab to get the protein she asked for, when I got there, I saw the powder. That's when I realized I saw someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura! So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in! Please open the door!
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, if she bled, if someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and suffered for it, and that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner, and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live! And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey, hey,
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
hey!
it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really have an idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide meant. No.
What are you saying?
Oh, God, cause hurt me.
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is,
yes, indeed.
don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. But what? But he already.
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was on me, baby.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina to put in her room.
Huh?
Wait, what? Then you lied to me? He lied to you.
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I thought I'd just liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little! I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene! Cut!
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
Hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of the story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Jeez, talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Ahem. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I had to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in the strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
See, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched it for over 300 years.
Couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
What the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I was expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
Cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under the control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I'll do as what I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my own life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then, Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong, too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the mastermind's plan, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Pyaku, Toku, Tiny Hands, and Hero on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I have to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close, and still.
What are you gonna do?
Penny and our Melanie was like, totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to her, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided.
What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember, we're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
And mainly because Makoto started it. Oh, fuck you! I don't blame her! I can't blame her! And nobody can blame Hina either!
But what?
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered. We stepped foot in the war with the Cabal on Mars. Because the only one we need to destroy is you! Nobody else!
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew.
Ah, lovely Becca! You understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game.
Huh?
naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat
There's
myself.
no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement, which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
Oh, what's going on here? Now I only have one thing to look forward to,
It's all clear.
and that is to heap the harshest punishable punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Bianca, does this mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism. That's what you're thinking. Wherever master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire.
Everyone!
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come out of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
What the heck? The fun time?
Oh boy.
Hmm.
Anyway, let's forget about that good for nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's punishment time!
What?
Wait, but Sakura was taken to kill her, right? And she's dead!
You're not gonna...
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just summon whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the Bear Times 1 rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment. It'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yoo-hoo!
So for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest.
A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment
Oh, I popped my jaw,
time.
bro. That was nice. Oh, lordy. Evocador Destroyer. Okay, well there goes Alter Ego. Foreshadowing.
You! Oh no! You suck, man! You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk!
Oh, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout, grill up the chicken's where it's at. It's all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled. Give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at. I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid.
Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned into fury, black and muddly and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him!
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball?
Shut the hell up! He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend, and you killed him!
This is what you call animism, where a soul dwells within all things, even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find out things all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start.
What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you're still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it, a gift from me to you. Or maybe like a reward in honor for you to be able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey.
So, of course, I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed.
Boo-hoo! Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better.
Very.
Experiencing the meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that even low can get even lower.
No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everyone who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this!
Holy moly, you're super mad. Just unreasonably upset.
Well,
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note. Phew, do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go! Here we go! Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly.
One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully I'd like it as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of the school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is...
Oopsie daisy, I thought I was happy. That was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin supplies. The book club is dismissed for today.
What? You can't just stop at the most important bit.
Makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even freaking know, huh?
You guys.
That's the whole point, stupid! It's to get back at all of y'all for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I ever let any of you greaseballs have it. Bye-bye!
Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser! Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one lesson line in the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what, and that's seriously it. Huh, well, what a stubborn loser, huh?
She won't lay down and die? She'll fight you?
Well, whatever. Who cares about what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well,
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know. Maybe take some time to consider how you approach the school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Whew, think about that. Think long and hard.
I won't think about it at all! Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message? Her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school? The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? Was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us?
We shall figure that out.
I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb on us or something? And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's totally not unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So the class trial is over, Monica was gone.
but
So now what do we do?
yes.
What else is there other than to head back up?
Oh yeah, okay, let's get out of here.
Bye-bye.
You must still feel responsible.
Stop at that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would have never lost to that kind of challenge.
What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached the point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then I'll try. H-U-H? That totally wasn't all right! Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
I can't tell the existence of someone who would discover the mirror message between me and Master!
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here! Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right! I gotta do a sleazeball, cause you are sleazeball!
See.
Apparently, you still have a death wish. Oh, babe, more biting sarcasm? No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop it, Master! You're making me jealous! I want the abuse, give and take me!
I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. I think.
Well, there's more interaction between two characters.
And so Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of House Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us.
Ding dong, bing bong!
This is as such. Soon the doors to the Okay then.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I fallen into such deep sleep. Kyoko's got a nice ass, but the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice.
Wake up. Wake up.
Huh? The voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy half consciousness. My eyelids were like lead.
Oh.
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Kyoko?
I was just thinking about you.
I said
What?
yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing in here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up.
Oh, I see. Wait, but my door.
It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless.
It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey,
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised.
What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course.
It's 3 a.m. Why was Kyoko waiting me up at this hour?
Well, let's talk to Kyoko. She's over my bed.
It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor I need to ask.
Action! What's your favor?
So...
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that.
Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered.
The data center on the 4th floor.
What?
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there.
Your ass though. Without another word, she was gone. What the? Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center? But I thought it was locked.
Well, let's go check it out.
Ah! I made my way into the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor.
I need to check them. Oh, yeah, I'm still... Okay, good to know.
Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. Is he maybe inside already? I put my hand into the door and with a certain amount of force. Right over tell. It didn't open. I tried again, but... Right over tell. It must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh, ho! What are you doing up, mister?
Gah!
Damn it!
Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know?
Oh, well, I just...
You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But...
Hey!
I can see that, you dolt. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or, are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something?
No, nothing like that.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know. Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket?
Kyoko!
Yeah.
You too?
Now you two?
You guys?
Whatever. The two of you just get back into the bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto. Let's head back.
What?
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
shall we go?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go.
Okay.
Yeah, get on. Get out of here. Shoo.
She prepares a baseball bat. So we left and went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
So, goodbye.
Hold on! Listen, what was that all about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the dentist center, which just so happened to be locked. And she shows up late, and we leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that?
Don't worry about it.
I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Well then, good night.
Sure. And then that was over. But as I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Oh, shit.
What? Kyoko was right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
Oh,
Watch out for
shit. And with that, my personal favorite chapter of this game is finished. I'll go into more detail into this once we're finished with this. Maybe whenever there's something waiting for us. But yeah. I'll go into more detail about how I felt about these chapters personally. And we see the Ultra Lump present. And with that, I think we're going to leave it off there. Overall, that was a very enjoyable time. We finally got finished, which should have been done like yesterday or even Thursday. But, you know, things happened, and yeah. But overall, thank you all so much for coming by. I think this was a lovely time to chat, and now we'll continue on with Chapter 5. And most likely, if I may finish this game the same week. And then I will be fucking done. And, alright. Thank you all so much for coming by. Peace, peeps.